Hey, what is going on everybody? It is Nolan, or the Optimistic Gamer here, and welcome back to Crafted Chaos. Today, as I said in the last episode, we are going to do some exploring. I want to fly out over the ocean and see what we have beyond the sea that we have. So, that is what we will be doing today. I need to charge our jetpack though. It is at 15.3 million or mega FE. I guess it could go either way, but I want it to be fully charged. It may not even be a bad idea to upgrade it to the Emerald jetpack. Of course, that would make it even faster, and this jetpack, as it is already quite fast, so I don't know that we want to do that. I think we will stick with Diamond for today. Also, we are sticking with the shaders, at least for now, because I never heard any comments either way about whether we liked them or not, so until I hear otherwise, we are going to stick with them because, again, I think it makes our world look a lot more full of life. So, what we need to do to charge our jetpack is get all of our solar panels up here to a point where we can wire them to one single wire and run that down the side of the factory, as I said we would do last episode. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then we can hook up our charger and it should charge our jetpack very quickly. So we now have all of our solar panels hooked up onto one single conduit, and we will run this over to this corner over near where the smokestacks are, and we will run this down the backside of the factory for now, and then we will get some panels and facades in here to cover those up at a later stage. And we will run these cables all the way down into right here, which is next to the warehouse, but not inside of it. I want to reserve this space for much larger projects. So I brought all of our capacitor banks with us. I will get these set up, and we should be good to hook up our charger to this and get a nice steady flow of energy. So let's grab our charging station, which is right over here, and we will place that adjacent to the capacitor bank. Now when we put our jetpack inside, it should charge nice and quickly. I'm wondering though if we are being bottlenecked by the charging station itself, if that is slowing it down, but it is charging very fast. I should be able to give that just a few minutes and it should be up to 30 million. Granted, we have enough power from the solar panels, but with 18 of them, we should be okay. Well, a rainstorm has moved in, which unfortunately has impacted our energy just a little bit, but we are doing really good. As I had predicted, the jetpack charged up pretty quickly. We are at 27.3 million FE, which should be good for our energy consumption needs. I also brought over all of our factories while I was waiting, and since we have an odd number, I placed down the soul extractor right there as well. This is not the permanent setup, but I just wanted to bring these in here and get them onto our power grid. So now, let me clean out my inventory a little bit, and we can start to head across the ocean and see if there's anything interesting out there. I think we will also go ahead and make a sleeping bag so that we can have that with us in case we need to sleep, which I'm sure we will. And I also want to bring, well, we already have our axe. I want to make sure that we have that in case we find any new wood types, but I think we should be good for everything else. I might bring a little bit of extra obsidian and some flint and steel in case we get so far away that we have to return via the nether. That way we can do that quickly, which it should be okay to do so with our jetpack. So I think I might wait until nightfall, let this rain pass on through, and then I might just finish charging up our jetpack, and then we will head out. Actually, you know what? I think there is a hammock. Yes, there is. If we make one of these, I believe this allows us to sleep during the day, but we need a rope and nail. So let's make that real quick, nice and easy. And I don't know how we place this. Do we just do that or something like that? There must also be a rope and hail on the other end to hang the hammock. Maybe it has to be in a straight line. By the time I figure this out, it's going to be time to sleep anyway. There we go. Alright, I got it. You can only sleep during the day. Well, there we go, I guess. Daytime is not day, so we only have a few more seconds before we can sleep anyway. Maybe it can't be raining. Maybe that is what the issue is. Okay, let's go see what we can find. Now, I don't really have any other objectives aside from finding points of interest and things that we would be able to... I might have to turn off these shaders while we explore, but I want to find just points of interest and places that we can return to, as well as maybe some new resource types and interesting biomes, things like that. And I will keep the shaders off while we explore. Well, so far, all of the land that I have generated has just been very similar and generic to what we have already discovered. I think what I will do though is finish loading in this ocean right here so we can really get a good view of that, but we do have an interesting looking structure. Maybe it is just a village right over here to our east. And it is, but it is a jungle village. That is really cool. It is built in the canopy of the trees, and I think we can head on down here, and we have maybe some knights right down here, I think is what those are. And we have some kind of party happening over here. Well, we have an air compressor. Let's look up how to make this and see if it is expensive. Reinforced bricks, which is reinforced stone, compressed iron. We can grow that. I don't think that is necessarily worth taking. And we have some computers in here. This is actually a pretty cool place. We have a cracked gem of the warlord. That sounds rare, so we are gonna take it. We have a jukebox right in here. I forget if we have one already or not, so we will just grab that in case. Saves us a diamond. But I don't know that we are gonna find too much loot in here that is all that valuable to us. So I think, well, except maybe in this chest right down here. That looks like it could be interesting for us. We are just going to grab all of that. We don't need the gold or the... well, we'll bring the compressed stone. Again, could be helpful. So let's go load in the rest of the ocean now. Well, we have some ashen woodlands over here, and it looks like it is some kind of volcanic burned something biome, but it is very impressive nonetheless, and very, very tall. We are all the way up to Y246 up here, and we are making pretty good progress on loading in this ocean. So we are very close to where our original world spawn point is, in this jungle forest. I remember it being somewhere around this location. And here is that original village, and those scalawags, I think, are somewhere nearby as well. So now that we've kind of loaded in this whole area, and it looks like it is mostly similar environments to what we have already seen, with the exception of this ashen woodlands and the origin grass blocks, which this actually looked a lot like the alpha terrain. With the exception of that, I think we can cross that area off the list and maybe move more toward the west, where it seems to get a little drier and hotter. And you've got to be kidding me. We have a woodland mansion. I don't know if we've already discovered this or not, but we have a woodland mansion inside of this redwood forest. We will definitely be visiting this in the near future, but that is amazing. I wonder if we could find the armor trim. I'm getting some flashbacks from the Optimistic Survival series, but I think in this mod pack it should be a lot easier to handle that structure, unless there are, of course, new mobs inside. So we are in the outback now, a lush desert now, and a billabong. So we are in all of these different Ayers Rock. We are in a bunch of different types of deserts. And my guess is these extend for a little while. We already have eucalyptus trees back at home. And it looks like we have another village, actually a pillager outpost here on the cliffside, spying on this innocent village right over here. That is not a great combination. I wonder if we have any allays over in here. It looks like we do, actually. So we will mark this on our map, and we will definitely return here to rescue those allays and bring them back. I don't know that they will be that useful to us, especially with our magnetic backpack, but it is still fun to have them. They are adorable little creatures, that's for sure. So now it looks like we have some kind of poppy lush savanna. Is that what we're calling this? A poppy infested grass field with a few roses here and there. But I haven't found any new wood types yet, which is a little unfortunate. I was hoping we would find a few more. Well, it looks like we have over here in the wasteland some kind of wood. Is it one that we already have? A dead log. Well, that I don't think is anything special. Actually, yes it is. We can make dead log stairs. I don't know that we can grow dead trees though. Dead pine sapling, well, could be promising, so let's go ahead and chop down this tree and see what we get from it. Look at that, a dead sapling fertile year-round. That's kind of ironic. But I actually really do like the look of this wood type. I think it will be very useful to us, so I am happy to have that. So this is as far out as I can zoom, unfortunately, but this is what is to the north of us. This is our island right here, kind of in the middle of what's loaded in. Over here we have some more forested areas, more moderate climates and things like that. Right down here we have a couple of unusual biomes. We even have a volcano right over there. Down here we have some colder stony shores, and then we have some warmer forested biomes right here, and then we have a very hot arid region right where we are right now. Well, these look like they could be new trees, but they might also just be pine, and I'm thinking that is what they are. Or palm, that's what I meant. We do have a kapok log though, if I'm saying that right. Kapok, I'm not sure on that at all. And we also got from the treetops, which is hang from a kapok. I'm gonna look this up real quick. Kapok, okay. So we are gonna chop down one of these trees if our axe will allow us to. Excellent. And it will take a little bit of a hit from the durability, but we have our repair kit with us, so that is not a problem. Let's make sure we got some saplings, 15 of them, and let's take a look at the planks. Not bad, sort of like a jungle, almost like a jungle and oak hybrid. I guess it would be like the halfway point between the two. But we are going to look around for a little while longer here in case we find any more trees. I see some jungle over here, but remember the vanilla wood types we can create with our essence. And we do have some elephant ears. I'm going to harvest these. They will be great for landscaping around our home. And it looks like we may have a lush cave, underneath here, but it could just be a part of the forest itself. But I think for searching for new wood types, we are going to want to head back in the direction of the heavily forested areas right over here. Of course, the nice thing once we get all of these chunks loaded in are they don't have to reload every time. They will just quickly generate. So we are back in the ashen woodlands, I think is what these were. And then this is that origin grass I was talking about, the Origin Valley, the alpha looking terrain. I wonder if these are a special type of tree though. It looks like it is just oak with the origin leaves. That's what I assumed those to be. Just normal oak logs on those. But I am wondering about this ashen wood. If we look this up, it doesn't look like we can make stairs or slabs out of it. It would just be a decoration block. And what do we have right here? Ash vents. Those make me a little nervous. I think we will move away from those and continue through this forest. Over here, it looks like we have some apple oak leaves. Now, if we break these... Yeah, I didn't think anything would happen. Just normal oak logs. I'm noticing there are a lot of different trees, but they all use the vanilla logs, which is not exactly what I want. I want new trees with new wood, because if we look up planks... Oops. If we look up plank, there we go. We have... beyond these facades and those blocks, all of these different types of planks which have stair variants, and we have all different colors of those. Oh wait, we can just paint those. Nonetheless, there are different planks and trees that I would like to obtain. Maybe we will take a look at painting when we get back. Maybe we will even paint our house. We will see. And what do we have right down here? Those look like solar panels. I think they are. Is this some kind of raft or something like that? We have an MV transformer. We have all of these solar panels up here. And that is all I'm really seeing. I'm wondering, though, if there's something inside of here. Well, no. Is it just floating? There's nothing underneath? Huh. And that's what I just dug out. This is interesting. I have not seen anything like this, but we will take the solar panel. Oh, copper cables. We will grab these as well. Well, maybe first I should try... Well, I think I already tried clicking on this. Let me look up MV Transformer real quick on the FTB wiki. It looks like it is nothing more than a transformer to go from... What was that block, though? That was a MV transformer as well, but it converts the high voltage into medium voltage. I'm honestly not sure that we even need all of this stuff, and it's taking a little while to mine, so I think we will move on from it. We have one of these towers with the trapped chest right in here. Let's go ahead and break that, and we get a few enchanted books out of there, and a couple of gems as well. Oh, look at this. Okay, we have a trident, a few more books in here. That is some great loot. And the trident said something about it. Piercing trident of the first archer. Your attacks deal 5 damage to nearby enemies. It has socketed, and this item ignores 13% of durability damage. Not bad. Well, I'm not too hopeful that we are going to find all that many more types of trees, so I think we will head back and figure out a plan for the rest of today's episode. So I am curious if we can paint our willow planks, because that is a part of the region's unexplored mod, and so are the planks right here. Let's go ahead and get the shaders turned back on. Much better. Okay. And I pulled out some of those items from the backpack, and we got a few advancements for it. So we got the MV transformers, energy transport, and solar power student. These are a different mod than mechanism. These are not the same family of solar panels. We will do more research with those later on. For now, let's have a look at paint and see if... Well, we have paint balls. I don't think that is what we want. Do we craft? Okay. So we don't actually paint onto the planks. We have to craft it. So I think we will scratch that idea. I will go ahead and clean up our area right out here, though. And that is already looking a lot better. Of course, we still have a little bit more work to do. I think we will move all of these. Maybe we will move these tables, the mason table, glass blower, and carpenters, into this house. This seems almost more like a workshop, whereas our factory is much more industrial and more automatic machines and things like that. And I forgot we still have all of this loot in here from our Nether adventures a few episodes back. So we will get that placed into our inventory panel now that we've kind of analyzed everything that we acquired from there. And we will get our new tables in here set up, not the brewing stand. I destroyed that. It was on the floor over there. Maybe we will leave the stone cutter. I think that kind of matches. We can place that next to the carpenter's table right there. And then we have the composter, which doesn't need to be in here, the crafting table, and we can just wreck both of those chests. And we can put our glass blower table right here, and the mason table, maybe we will put that right there. Yeah, I think that works. Alright, so we are kind of filling this out. There are a lot more than just 3 of these. If we take a look at the chipped mod, right in here we have a total of 7. We have the botanist, glass blower, which we have, carpenters, which we have, and then we have the loom, the mason, of course, we have alchemy and tinkering. I think I might make the rest of these real quick, and we will get the rest of this workshop filled out. Alright, it is definitely going to be a tight fit, but I think we can make it work. We will get rid of that table right there, and maybe we will have to get rid of our stone cutter just for the sake of space. So the botanist bench, I think we can place, we'll put that, oops, I meant to place that right here, and of course, let me turn off that magnet in the backpack. That'll make things a little bit easier. We will put that right there. That'll look nice in the window anyway. And then we can place the alchemy bench right there. Tinkering table right there, isn't that fancy? And the loom, we could either put it here or we can put it here. I think right there it will be a little less crammed inside of this building. And that is all 7 of those benches. So if we take a look at some of the recipes here, so the mud and all of those bricks, things like that, take place in the botanist bench. Same goes for lily pads and pumpkins. Those are all going to be done in the botanist bench. The planks, of course, are done in the carpenter's bench. The glass panes are done in the glass blower's bench. The wool is done in the loom. All of our stone blocks will take place in the mason workbench. Lanterns will be done in the tinkering table. It looks like amethyst and maybe coal, diamond, things like that are done in the alchemy bench. Oh, there. That's a little better. I guess we can't view the recipes from in there, but if we go in here, we can hit show all. So we have amethyst, coal, obsidian, lodestones, things like that. In the botanist workbench, we can do ice, all of our dirt, and things like that. The carpenter's, of course, is all of our wood. The glass blower is glass. The loom is wool. The mason bench is stones. And the tinkering table almost looks like miscellaneous blocks, redstone, lanterns, things like that. And I think that is all of the workbenches from the chipped mod. But from right outside our new and improved workshop, that is where we are going to end today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. It was definitely a lot of fun to get to see more areas of our world and get a large portion of our map loaded in and bring back some nice treasure as well. In the next episode, I haven't really planned it out yet, but I think we will finally start with the Create mod, one of the headlining mods that we have in the pack. So definitely stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed today's episode, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on daily content as soon as I publish it. Check the description for some more important information, links, how to contact me. You can also download and play Crafted Chaos along with me via the first link in the description. And with all of that being said, comment, like, subscribe, remember to stay optimistic, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Bye.